Florida senators may vote as early as today on final passage of sweeping reforms to the state's Mental Health Act. Right now, the Baker Act, as it's referred to, allows family and loved ones to involuntarily detain someone if that person is believed to be having a mental health crisis or is posing a danger to themselves or others. The new bill revises the act, including giving law enforcement wider discretion in handling people with mental health issues. Dr. Christine Caulfield is CEO of LSF Health Systems and is joining us this morning to explain what's in this proposal. Excuse me. Good morning. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. So first, would you explain in general currently what police involvement is when it comes to the Baker Act?
Certainly. So police are authorized to detain someone, to Baker Act them, if you will, if they believe that they are posing harm to themselves or someone else or both. And so when the person says, I want to take my own life or I'm going to kill my neighbor, they must, by the current Baker Act, detain this person, take them to the nearest Baker Act receiving facility for treatment.
I think that that's an important point here for our viewers to understand if they're not familiar with the Baker Act, what the revised changes are. So I want to get back to that in just a minute, but also the Marchman Act, is that also impacted by what the decisions are being made
yes, it is.
At the Capitol?
Right. So the Baker Act is about individuals that are having a crisis, mental health crisis. Marchman is those that are having a crisis due to their substance use disorder.
Okay, good point. Now, would you describe what changes are being proposed?
Yes. So I really want to applaud this bill because basically it allows for more money coming into the system for prevention and early intervention, which is great news, $50 million to be on point, as well as when an individual is discharged from a Baker Act receiving facility, there's going to be more hand-holding, there's going to be more wraparound services through care coordination so that individual doesn't fall through the cracks.
Right. So you're essentially, here you go, you know,
right,
see if you can figure this out on your own when the reality is they need more than just that short period of time, very likely.
Most definitely.
Any flaws that you're concerned about?
You know, I'm concerned that there's still some vague language around imminent danger. So I think this bill is going to proceed with some more amendments next year to maybe clear that up. But I'm very happy that it really states that you cannot Baker Act an individual with developmental delays and disabilities. So,
and would you say that that's the primary, because giving law enforcement sort of more latitude when it comes to making the decisions on who should be Baker Acted and or who shouldn't,
yes.
Is that kind of really the nuts and bolts, do you think, that is the major change with this?
It really is. It gives them the latitude to think about diversionary methods, calling out a mobile response team, for example, to see if the therapist on that team can de-escalate the situation and divert an individual from being Baker Acted.
Now, had that previously been, is that currently what happens, or is that an addition as well?
This is an addition
as
well.
Team? Okay,
yes, more latitude to see if they can think of ways to divert this individual, because it's very traumatic to be Baker Acted, frankly, especially for a child.
Oh, for sure. Anything else in the reform bills, both of them, that you think will really benefit the community?
Well, I really want to applaud Representative Maney because there's more emphasis on funding for behavioral health in this bill. You know, we have notoriously, as Florida, as a state, have, you know, been in 48th to 50th in the nation for funding for behavioral health. So really, really thankful that there's going to be money attached to this bill for wraparound services and other services that we really need in this community.
It sounds like you're getting a sense that lawmakers are really kind of hearing that message, because you and I have talked about this before on the air.
Yes.
About just a lack of resources, and a lack of mental health counselors just in general. So
Absolutely.
If you don't inject some money into it so that things can be, you know, programs can be created and positions can be created so that you make it a favorable place to come to work as a mental health counselor, it's going to be hard to make any changes.
Yes, indeed. You're right on point.
Thank you, Dr. Caulfield, for being here. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.